Every November, F.2 students of LaSalle College organize a community service program for the needy. It is called From Lasallians with Love, a program in which students visit elderly people living in NGO homes. This program, emphasizing the Lasallian spirit of zeal in service, has been a tradition of the school for almost 20 years. As the virus is still ravaging the city and visitations to elderly homes are restricted, does it mean that this annual program, like other extracurricular activities, has to be cancelled too? At this point, the online lessons gave us an inspiration. If lessons can go online, why not meetings with the elderly? Another opportunity we have is the school's project replacing the current iPads with newer models. We now have quite a few electronic devices that can be used outside the classroom when necessary. With the support of Caritas, a longtime partner of the school in student affairs and service programs, preparations were made, logistics were planned, students were trained, and the events implemented. The results were most encouraging. The elderly responses were overwhelming, and the students' enthusiasm was promoted. The post-activity result is as encouraging as ever. In their written reflections, the students shared their thoughts about their experiences. There were quite a few inspirations to school educators who seek to enhance student learning and character growth through a service learning curriculum.
My classmates and I felt joyful while wrapping up the doll, even though this is just preparation work. We enhanced the understanding and relationship of each other. I was unsure students can have the ability to participate, prepare, and organize such a meaningful activity in the beginning. And now I finally understand that students can help society and use their strength to cheer up the elderly. I believe that students' participation in community services are very important, as they can understand that many people in society are being neglected and ignored, and this can provide lots of positive impacts on the students.
Before this program, I always had the impression that the elderly were mostly very matured and had a large generation gap between us, so it would be a hard time to really interact with them. But surprisingly, they were very patient and kind, even though we made a huge mess during the service program, like the time when we needed to show a performance, but due to technical difficulties, we needed to delay it pretty long, so there was a lot of awkward silence. Still, they were really attentive and active. They really cared about us, so overall it was pretty fulfilling.
A person to talk with, a person to share your daily experience is what people truly need. We should always keep in mind that human beings are social animals. We could never live alone without companions.
They are always lonely and boring, with nothing to do. We can help them to relieve the boredom. Throughout the whole activity, I had learned about the words. It's more blessed to give than receive.
係啊，佢哋即係對老人家講嘢就唔會話太快，就慢翻少少見到佢哋，所以呢個改善係即係都見到佢哋都吸收咗第一次嗰個翻嚟個 feedback，咁所以覺得呢樣嘢係值得讚賞嘅。而佢每次我問翻佢 feedback 嗰陣時，佢都話想嚟多啲。見面嗰下佢其實佢係比平時佢嘅情緒嚟講係高漲好多嗰下。係啊，係啊。
From a logistic and administrative perspective, online service programs turn out to have a few advantages over face-to-face visitations. The students have greater focus while communicating with the elderly in the breakout rooms. Preparations are simpler. The students can develop additional attributes such as creativity, collaboration, and interpersonal communication. Most importantly, the online debriefing, which forms a critical part in any service learning process, can be conducted in a more engaging manner. We consider this new attempt a success. We've had so much fun and gratification while keeping the students company in various stages of the programs. The students' potential in character growth never ceases to amaze us. While online service programs will not replace face-to-face visitations to elderly homes, they are certainly a viable alternative.